distinguished mayors, honorable guests, Nobel laureate Ola and others. In my brief remark in Icelandic, I emphasize that we are gathering here today not only to celebrate a very important Icelandic event, but also to witness a very significant contribution to the global evolution of energy in the years and decades to come, but also in the fundamental and urgent battle against climate change. We have talked a lot, both in this country and others, in last year or so about the global financial and economic crisis. But the challenge which that has presented us with indeed pales in comparison with the fundamental, dramatic challenge which irreversible climate change will bring about, with rising sea levels, melting of the ice, revolutionary changes in the weather patterns, and threats to hundreds of millions of people all over the world. Even billions if the melting of the ice in the Himalayas will threaten China and India in the same way as the melting of the ice here in the north threatens us. What do we do about it? How do we secure that our children and our grandchildren will live in fundamentally the same world as we have enjoyed? Or will we be the last generation to enjoy the earth the way it has been enjoyed for thousands of years? And the only defense in this battle lies in innovation, technology, and cooperation between policymakers, scientists, and entrepreneurs to fundamentally revolutionize our energy systems, both at the national level and the global level. And this nation has been fortunate in the last 40 or 50 years to enjoy such a fundamental change, simply because engineers and geologists, leaders of local councils and national governments, first in the Great Depression in between the wars, but above all following the Second World War, realized that it made both economic sense and was also technologically challenging for us to utilize the energy resources which the country is blessed with. And here in Grindavík, we have witnessed in recent decades a marvelous example of this, how a desire by a few local councillors in this fishing town to have hot water for their homes led to, in due course, to the building of this extraordinary power plant, which we see here in the neighborhood, creation of a world-famous spa, and many other byproducts, including cosmetics, as well as some other niceties of modern living. And it is in that spirit that I am especially pleased that it is also here in Grindavík that we are demonstrating here in Iceland that in addition to everything else which we have done with respect to geothermal and hydropower in the last 30 or 40 years, enable us to transform our economy from being, during the early years of my life, over 80% dependent on imported oil and coal, over to becoming now, in recent years, over 80% domestically produced clean energy from geothermal and hydro. And our ambition, our aim, is to go even further and become the first country in the world which can, in this responsible way, demonstrate that it is possible to deal with the threat from carbon and the existing energy economy in such a way that we both help the environment and we secure a better and more prosperous economic future for us all.